The drama kicks off at a fashion show. Models are walking the ramp, lights are blazing, and right in the middle of it all, we spot our female, Jin Moran. She's the niece of the owner of Jin Corporation, and she also serves as the fashion design director of the company herself. Her assistant walks over and shows her a profile, a male model named Seo Jun, and suggests they hire him for an upcoming project. Next scene, a guy in a helmet pulls up on a motorbike. Moran is watching from nearby, talking on the phone with her assistant Gigi, casually going over a plan. As the biker rolls into the parking lot, we realize what's actually going on. Moran has hired a group of fake kidnappers and staged the whole thing. She's pretending to be attacked and is running away from them when she trips and falls to the ground. Right on cue, the biker stops his bike, jumps off, and takes down every single fake kidnapper one by one. Then he walks over to Moran and lifts off his helmet. And there he is, our male lead, Seo Jun. He reaches out a hand to help her up. Moran says her foot is hurt and she can't stand. So Seo Jun picks her up, carries her to his bike, and drives her away from the scene. As they ride off, Moran is grinning to herself internally. She found her target. The scene flashes back 3 days earlier. Moran had been pushing hard to launch her own brand, called Uni, through the company. In a board meeting, her uncle raised concerns. It was risky, but Moran wasn't backing down. Her uncle, unable to say no, handed the whole project to her. To make Uni a success, Moran needed the right person by her side. She looked at Seo Jun's photo and told herself, "That's my target. I'm going to marry him." Her uncle then pulled her aside and explained the situation. After a car accident years ago, Moran had lost her memory and lived abroad to recover. She didn't fully understand the current state of the company. He asked her to slow down. Then he told her something even more important. Her father had signed a will. If Moran wanted any share in the company, she had to get married first. He also suggested she marry their adopted son Ji-chan, since the two of them had known each other since childhood. But Moran pulled out Seo Jun's photo and told her uncle she already had someone in mind. She promised that after the wedding, she'd run the Uni project properly and bring back profits. Her uncle, convinced, agreed, but said she'd need to introduce Seo Jun to him first. Moran agreed and started heading out. On the way, Ji-chan passed right by her and called out to her. She ignored him and kept walking. Her uncle then showed Ji-chan Seo Jun's photo and asked if he knew anything about him. The scene cuts before we hear the answer. Back in the present, Seo Jun has dropped Moran home. She's looking for medicine to treat his wound when she catches him casually pulling off his shirt. She stares and thinks to herself, this guy has absolutely no shame. Just then, Seo Jun's eyes are about to land on a box that has his own profile photo inside it. Moran dashes over and quickly places another box on top of it. She starts applying medicine to his wound, using the wrong one. He looks at her and points it out. She grabs a different tube and tries again. While tending to him, she studies his build and decides on the spot that he's better built than any of her current models. She tells him to come work as a model for her company. He says no and gets up to leave. Moran notices a scratch on his hand and stops him. She says that needs to be treated too and starts wrapping a bandage around it, while thinking to herself, I'm not letting you walk out of here that easily. As she's finishing the bandage, Seo Jun suddenly pulls the cloth tight, and they snap forward, face to face, dangerously close. Moran, flustered, blurts out that he should go to bed. He looks at her, confused. She quickly covers herself and says she simply meant he could use the guest room tonight, since it's already very late. He agrees. She sets him up in the guest room. Later, we see Seo Jun on a call. He tells someone, find them, no matter what it takes. Who he's looking for, we'll find out later. The next morning, the two of them sit down for breakfast. Moran is internally strategizing about how to get Seo Jun to sign her contract. Mid-breakfast, her assistant Gigi calls. The Faye Corporation has canceled their collaboration with Jian. Moran says she's coming to the office immediately. At the same moment, Seo Jun gets a call too and has to leave for his own office right away. Both of them head out separately. When Seo Jun walks into his company, we find out the truth. He's the CEO of the Who Group, and everyone addresses him as Jameson. He walks straight into a board meeting and scolds his team for the project's downfall. One board member explains that everything was fine when they were working with Faye Corporation, but ever since Jian Corporation developed their new interweaving technique, the demand for their own dyeing technology has been dropping. Seo Jun tells them he'll fix it. Meanwhile, Ji-chan calls Moran into the office and tells her about Faye's cancellation. She's frustrated. She just started working on her Uni brand, and now they're already taking losses. Ji-chan hands her an invitation from a Mr. Shun, a party where she can meet him personally and negotiate a new collaboration. But he tells her she needs to bring her fiancé with her. She agrees, and internally decides she has to somehow convince Seo Jun to go with her. On the other side of town, Seo Jun wraps up his meeting by telling the room that excuses are for losers. Then his assistant explains that a company called Faye has a huge production line. If they acquire it, They can cover their losses in days. Seo Jun approves the plan. Moran tries calling Seo Jun, but he's busy and cuts her call. She leaves him a voice message asking him to call back. We then see Moran at Mr. Shin's party, speaking to him directly and pitching a collaboration. He agrees quite smoothly. Then the president of the Luo group, Mrs. Luo, walks in with her boyfriend. She knows Moran and asks pointedly, didn't she hear Moran was bringing her fiancé? Does he even exist? Moran says he's running a little late. Mrs. Luo smirks and says if Moran wants to protect her image, she can always pick one of the models here. But Moran is still waiting on Seo Jun, and just as she spots him walking in, she tells Mrs. Luo he just arrived. She moves toward him, but gets bumped by someone in the crowd and nearly falls. Seo Jun catches her in time. He says sorry for being late. She tells him he came at exactly the right moment. Seo Jun smoothly tells the people around them that he's her fiancé. Ji-chan is within earshot, and he does not like hearing that one later at the party. The two of them are at the bar drinking. Moran, now a little tipsy, leans into Seo Jun's shoulder and asks him softly if he'll be her boyfriend. He studies her and tries to handle the situation carefully. Then he notices Ji-chan watching them from across the room. In a split-second decision, Seo Jun kisses her, just to make sure Ji-chan doesn't suspect anything. Ji-chan, thrown off, turns away. Back at Moran's place, Seo Jun walks her to the bed and is about to leave when she grabs hold of him. He doesn't pull away easily. She pulls him closer by his tie, and as she touches his face, she has a strange feeling, like she's seen him somewhere before. Without realizing, she drifts off to sleep beside him. The next day, a flashback tells us that Moran had previously planned all of this with Gigi, a scheme to bring Seo Jun into her company as a model. What exactly the plan was will become clearer as the story moves forward. At home, Seo Jun is sitting comfortably reading a book while Moran sets up breakfast. She looks at him and mentally complains about how ridiculous the contract situation is. It's made her the one running around doing everything. She decides she wants payback. She sashays over, deliberately throws water on him, and pretends it was an accident. He goes to dry his hair with a hairdryer. She follows. But when he turns it on, a cloud of powder explodes everywhere. He shouts at her. She had filled the hairdryer with powder beforehand, knowing exactly what would happen. The scene then skips back to the morning after the party. Moran wakes up to find Seo Jun sleeping next to her. She panics, thinking she must have said something embarrassing while drunk. She quietly moves to the other side. He wakes up too, wondering to himself what exactly it is she wants from him. She turns to him with full confidence and asks him to zip up her dress. He gets up and does it, and as he does, his eyes land on an old scar on her shoulder. It looks very old, but Moran brushes it off and tells him she takes responsibility for whatever happened between them last night. Before he can reply, she steps closer and tells him her proposition. If he agrees to become her fiancé, Mr. Shin will personally invite him to be the spokesperson for his company. And if he doesn't trust her, he can sign a 3-month contract with her to keep things formal. Seo Jun grabs her and pins her back against the wall. He asks, so she wants him to be her fake fiancé? She doesn't flinch and says no. He studies her for a moment. Then, he agrees to sign the contract. In the present, Gigi calls Moran in a panic. Someone has stolen their interweaving technique. Moran rushes to the office. Gigi tells her nothing is missing from the office directly, but someone may have been monitoring Moran's personal computer. The security footage shows a man wearing a uniform from a partner company. Moran goes to that company herself. She spots the man and is just about to grab him when he runs. She chases him all the way up to the rooftop. There's nowhere left to go. She tells him to come back down. He still tries to make a break for it. And that's when Seo Jun appears from nowhere, snatches the bag from the man's hands, and gives it to Moran. But the bag is empty. Seo Jun looks at the man and tells him to take the pen drive out of his pocket. Turns out he'd stolen it and was going to sell it for money. Flashback. We see that before all of this, Seo Jun had made Moran sign a love contract first. Then immediately after, he handed her a supplementary contract with his own set of conditions. That's why Moran has been running around fulfilling his every demand this whole time. Back in the present, Moran plugs the pen drive into the computer and discovers someone has put a virus in it. All the data is gone. Seo Jun says he'll try to recover it. Moran then goes to meet her uncle. When he asks about her fiancé, she says he was busy and couldn't make it. Then a man named Mr. Zhang stands up and says he doubts the fiancé is even real. He tells Moran he wants to introduce her to someone who helped him arrange a meeting with the fiancé. Moran's mind immediately jumps to the fake kidnapping. She thinks it might be connected. She tells Zhang they should discuss this privately, but he refuses and says he's talking about it right now. Meanwhile, one of the fake kidnappers gets into the elevator and is on his way up, but Seo Jun intercepts him in the hallway. We don't hear what Seo Jun says to him, but we'll find out soon. The kidnapper walks into the room. Mr. Zhang asks if he knows this woman. The man turns to Moran and apologizes, He says that day he was doing a kidnapping act for someone, and in the dark they accidentally grabbed the wrong person. Zhang isn't convinced, but Ji-chan, sensing the mood getting uncomfortable, sends the man away and keeps things from escalating. Later at the dinner table, Zhang acts apologetic and pours Moran some wine, distracting her into agreeing to drink it. Then, when no one is looking, he drops something into her glass. Seo Jun, walking past at that moment, sees it. He appears at the table and announces he's Moran's fiancé, that she's not feeling well tonight, and that he'll drink in her place. Everyone cheers. He picks up the glass and drinks it himself. The uncle invites him to sit and join them. Seo Jun takes a seat with everyone and raises his glass for a toast. Then he quietly slips away to the wash. Something is wrong. He's suddenly burning up. He starts pulling at his collar and clothes. Moran follows him and tries to help, but he's in such bad shape that he pushes her back and steps into the pool to cool down. The water is cold and harsh. He reaches up a hand to pull himself out and grabs Moran by the wrist instead, pulling her in with him. They end up in the water together, and in that chaos, they kiss. On the other side of the building, Ji-chan confronts Mr. Zhang and asks why he had to do that to Moran. Zhang says he just wanted to embarrass her in front of everyone. Ji-chan scolds him for not being able to handle even that simple task. Then a girl comes and hands Ji-chan a photo. It shows Seo Jun sitting with the fake kidnapper and talking to him. Ji-chan immediately understands. Seo Jun must have told the kidnapper to lie and change his story. Next morning, Seo Jun wakes up and sees Moran sleeping beside him. He assumes something happened between them, but he can't remember clearly. When she wakes up, he apologizes for whatever happened the night before. But the truth is, he had passed out from exhaustion before anything could happen. Moran doesn't bother correcting him. She just tells him to come with her to see Mr. Shun for the deal. They arrive at Mr. Shun's building and notice a group of workers on hunger strike outside. They'd all been fired. Seo Jun watches them. Mr. Shun spots him and pulls him aside, explaining he replaced workers with machines for efficiency upgrades. Seo Jun's assistant quietly tells him that Faye actually completed the same upgrades months ago and still fired the workers. Seo Jun quietly tells his assistant to look into it. He also adds, make sure Moran doesn't walk into trouble by working with these people. After finishing inside, Moran and Seo Jun walk out just as rain starts pouring down. Ji-chan immediately offers to drive Moran home. She declines and says her fiancé is coming to pick her up. Right on cue, Seo Jun walks out holding an umbrella, asking if he's late. She smiles and says, not at all, right on time. They head home together. Moran asks how he knew to come pick her up. He says he was just passing by. Then Gigi calls Moran. The warehouse water pipe burst. The fabric got soaked, and drying it out will cut the value in half. Moran grabs her things to rush to the company, but Seo Jun stops her. He reminds her about a rule in the contract and says she needs to stay and bake him cookies first. She argues. He stands firm on the contract terms. Reluctantly, Moran stays and bakes, but quietly. Behind her back, Seo Jun calls his assistant and arranges for someone named Mr. Leo to send high-quality replacement fabric directly to Uni's warehouse. When the cookies are done, Seo Jun asks her to sit and share them with her. She's in a rush to leave, and then her phone rings. The company informs her that new fabric is already on its way, so she doesn't need to go. She sits back down. He picks up one of her cookies. She watches his hands, and strange, hazy flashes come to her, fragments of a memory she can't quite place. Then suddenly the electricity goes out. The whole house goes dark. Moran freezes. She huddles into herself, shaking and quiet, then starts to cry. Seo Jun hears her and immediately comes to her, wrapping his arms around her. She tells him what happened. Back in high school, she and her dad were in a car accident. Her dad died, and she lost her memory. Since that day, she's been terrified of the dark. Seo Jun listens to every word, and as she speaks, his own mind starts flashing too, his own fragment of that same night. A boy stumbling onto a road in front of a car's headlights. The next day, Seo Jun's assistant reports that something suspicious has been found during the investigation into Faye. All their factory records show the exact same profit numbers, and all the signatures from the factory heads are identical. That's not normal. Seo Jun tells his assistant to call all the factory heads into a meeting at the franchise location. Meanwhile, Moran is sitting around thinking about Seo Jun, not about work, just about it. Gigi brings her back to Earth and tells her the new fabrics are coming, but where will they store them? The warehouse is still under maintenance. Moran says send it directly to Faye's factories. On her way out, she asks Gigi using the cover of a friend. If someone keeps thinking about one person constantly, what does that mean? Gigi says simply, your friend is in love. Moran says that's impossible. Gigi asks if maybe this friend is actually Moran herself. Moran dodges the question. Gigi tells her the friend should watch a romantic movie with the guy. That always helps. Moran secretly loves this idea. Seo Jun's assistant reports back. All the factory heads are saying the same thing, almost word for word, like they're reading from a script. When they check the surrounding area, the other factories were completely shut down, but their data was still being reported as active. Seo Jun tells his assistant to send someone to inspect those factories in person. That evening, Moran asks Seo Jun if he wants to watch a movie with her. They sit down together. A kissing scene comes on. Moran panics, fumbling with the remote, trying to change the channel. Seo Jun watches her flapping around and can barely contain his laughter. She thinks to herself, said watching a romantic movie together would work. Why is everything going in reverse? She gives up on the movie and switches to plan B. She brings out drinks for both of them. Seo Jun has no trouble finishing his. Moran has one glass and is already drunk, grabbing his face and asking him why he's so handsome and charming. The next morning, Seo Jun's assistant tells him the workers who were fired from Faye came forward. They said data fabrication was happening inside the company, and they have evidence to prove it. Seo Jun tells him to leak that evidence to the media today. At the same time, Moran tells Gigi to finalize the contract and send it to Faye by mail. When Gigi asks if the friend method worked, Moran says her friend got too drunk and doesn't remember anything. Gigi points out she doesn't remember, but he does. She should ask him. Moran is on her way home to do exactly that when Gigi calls again. There was a problem and the contract email didn't go through. Moran scolds her. She then asks Seo Jun what she did the night before. He steps close and dramatically reenacts her drunk behavior, telling her everything she said and did. Moran wants the floor to swallow her whole. The next day at the office, Gigi shows Moran the news about Faye's data fabrication. Moran gets worried, but then they realize the contract had actually been sent to Faye before the news broke, and now Faye isn't responding. Moran marches to their office in person and tells the receptionist she needs the contract back. The receptionist says it's already been forwarded to the legal department for Mr. Shin to sign. Moran runs to stop him. Inside the office, Shin is holding a pen over the contract, and then Seo Jun walks in and stops him. He tells Shin that there's a zero contract between Faye and Uni, and since Faye's data fabrication is now public knowledge, Uni is not moving forward with any deal. Shin still doesn't back down, so Seo Jun tells him directly, I know where the money from the fabrication, I have the proof, and I'm taking it to the media. Shin freezes. With no other option, he hands the unsigned contract back to Seo Jun. As Seo Jun walks out, Moran appears. He tells her the contract is canceled. They leave together. Behind them, Shin immediately gets on the phone. He wants everything there is to know about Seo Jun. Moran tells Gigi to find a new warehouse. Gigi says one has already contacted them and is offering a lower rental rate. Moran asks how convenient and tells her to check it out and confirm. Gigi then mentions that the 3-month love contract is almost over. Does Moran want to renew it? Moran asks how many days are left. Gigi holds up 5 fingers. Moran says, renew it. On the road that day, Gigi accidentally bumps into Ji-chan, and the papers she's carrying scatter. Ji-chan sees something in those papers. At breakfast the next morning, Moran tells Seo Jun the 3 months are nearly up. He says he hasn't decided anything. She says if he wants to leave, that's fine. But because of the Faye issue, she couldn't fulfill the promise she made him, so she can offer a 6-month extension. Seo Jun stops her and says he doesn't want to treat their relationship like a contract anymore. She asks what he wants instead. He gets up and leaves without answering. Moran then deliberately breaks her watch, drops it, and makes it look like an accident, and walks up to Seo Jun pretending to bump into him. She holds up the watch sadly and says it's a limited edition piece, and now it's ruined. He asks what he can do. She says, stay 3 more months and do the housework. He moves closer and says very directly, did you break the watch on purpose, or are you just trying to keep me around? She denies it. He pulls her back toward him. Before she can figure out her next move, Ji-chan calls. He tells her he knows her secret. He wants her to come meet him tomorrow. Then the next morning, Seo Jun comes home with a brand new watch and puts it on her wrist. She thanks him genuinely. She then goes to meet Ji-chan. He tells her he knows everything. She and Seo Jun are a fake couple. He pulls out what looks like the love contract and lays it all out. Moran tells him the truth. Ji-chan immediately says she needs to end the contract. She refuses. He threatens to show the contract at the next board meeting. He says if her uncle finds out, he won't let Seo Jun off easy. Moran tells him to leave Seo Jun out of this. Ji-chan tells her to break up with Seo Jun. She reluctantly agrees. But after Ji-chan leaves, Moran realizes those papers were blank bank documents. He had bluffed her, but now he knows the truth, and that changes everything. She goes home and tears up the contract herself. Seo-jun walks in and watches her do it. He asks where her new watch is. She says it didn't fit. He asks about renewing the contract. She says she doesn't need to anymore. He tells her he's going abroad for work. She says that's fine. She won't come to see him off. She's busy. He leaves, but we see Moran sitting at home alone, wearing the watch. When the lights go out, she grabs for her phone to turn on the torch. And then the watch lights up, just a small flash, and she thinks of Seo-jun. She runs outside calling his name over and over. When he doesn't come, she sits down on the steps and gets emotional. She tells herself he's not coming back, and then Seo-jun walks through the door. He says he forgot to leave her the house key. He hands it to her and turns to go. Moran grabs him from behind and tells him she likes him. Seo-jun says she shouldn't say that. Confessions are the man's job. Then he pulls her close, says I love you, and holds her. The next morning, Moran is cooking breakfast and screams. Seo-jun comes running. The fish has burned. He tells her to make a new piece. She holds up her hands and shows him the pile of burnt ones before that. Just as they're laughing about it, both their phones buzz. Mr. Shun has gone missing. They head to the office. Gigi tells Moran that according to what they've heard, Shun ran off with money, but Faye has been covering it up. Now the board members have officially announced his disappearance publicly. Moran says Faye can't go bankrupt. It's one of the biggest airline companies in the entire country. Only an extremely powerful and wealthy person could acquire it. Seo-jun's assistant tells him Shun was about to run with the money. Find the account it's sitting in right now. In a meeting, Seo-jun tells the entire room that Faye is about to go bankrupt. Don't sign any deals with. Then Gigi gets a call. Someone tells her that Faye has been acquired, bought by the CEO of GN Group, a man named Jameson Sun. Gigi tells Moran right away. Moran says, I knew someone big would come in and clean this up. She tells Gigi to arrange a meeting with Jameson Sunday. Then Ji-chan calls Moran while they're walking and sends her a recording. In it, she's telling someone that she and Seo-jun are a fake couple. She tells Seo-jun about it. She says Uni is everything to her, which is why she had to go along with Ji-chan's demands for a while. Seo-jun asks what she'll do now. She says she's not leaving him, and she's going to handle everything herself. Seo-jun then tells her, let's get married for real. He says it won't clear all the doubts instantly, but it will make people believe it. She agrees. At home, Moran tries on different outfits and shows Seo-jun each one. She finally settles on one. He picks his own tie. She ties it for him with her own hands. Together, they go to get their wedding certificate. At the photo booth, they're being too romantic. The photographer has to tell them these are official document photos and they need to change into formal white clothes. They do. They take the proper photos, and then they go home and spend a warm, romantic evening together. Then her uncle calls. He asks her to come to the office urgently. He's arranged a special meeting. Apparently, the person who owns a major stake in the company has never appeared publicly before. This is a rare opportunity. Moran heads to the office. An employee comes and hands her Seo-jun's endorsement contract. She calls Ji-chan and asks what this is. He says Seo-jun has done so much for the company that they're showing appreciation. And because of that, Seo-jun can't hide anything about Moran anymore, or it becomes a legal issue. Her uncle then calls Seo-jun into his private office. Meanwhile, Moran keeps calling Seo-jun. He doesn't answer. We then jump back 30 minutes earlier. Seo-jun is already with Ji-chan and asks him directly what he wants. Ji-chan tells him Moran went to meet Faye's CEO, but he doubts she'll be chosen for the Uni project collaboration. Seo-jun asks what he's getting at. Ji-chan says he's prepared a little surprise. And one thing is certain, Moran is going to lose. Seo-jun laughs and says, as long as I'm with her, I'm not letting her lose. Next scene, Seo-jun is sitting by the pool. His assistant comes and tells him that Jian Moran is outside asking to meet with the CEO. Seo-jun tells the assistant not to let her in, because if Moran gets inside, she'll realize that Seo-jun and Jameson Sun are the same person. Outside, Moran is waiting patiently. The assistant comes back and says the president is in a meeting and she'll have to wait. Moran says no problem, she'll come back another time. She goes to the office and sees Seo-jun about to sign a contract. She rushes over to stop him, then realizes it's a completely different contract entirely. Seo-jun later goes back to Ji-chan, who smirks and asks how he liked his little surprise. He tells Seo-jun that Jameson Sun is reportedly a very strict CEO who values reputation above everything, and Moran failing to meet with him will make the entire Faye collaboration much harder. Seo-jun says, you blocked Moran to get back at me, didn't you? He then pulls out the pen drive with Ji-chan's recording and says if this reaches the president of GN Group, things won't go well for Ji-chan. Ji-chan says that won't change the fact that the collaboration failed. Seo-jun says he doesn't know that. He bets Uni will still work with Faye if Ji-chan wins. Seo Jun will stay away from Moran. If Seo Jun wins, Ji-chan hands over the recording. Ji-chan agrees to the bet. Moran goes to her uncle and tells him everything about her and Seo Jun. Her uncle says Uni used to be everything to her, and now she's ready to give up the collaboration for love. Isn't that a little childish? Moran tells her uncle to give her 3 days. She'll close the Fae deal herself. Walking with Seo Jun later, she tells him Jameson's son is a mysterious person. She'll reach out to her friends abroad to get more information on it. She then looks at Seo Jun and says, since he's a model for Fae, surely he knows Jameson's son? He says he knows nothing and walks off. That night at home, Moran is on her phone researching tips to impress a guy and testing them on Seo Jun one by one. Every single attempt fails completely. She then sneaks into his room looking for her sleepwear. Her rustling wakes him up. He holds up her clothes. Were you looking for these? She grabs them quickly, says don't misunderstand, and practically sprints back out. Then Gigi calls with something important about Jameson's son, and the scene cuts. At the office the next morning, an employee tells Seo Jun a woman has been waiting to see him since early morning. He walks out, and it's Moran. He has no choice. He introduces his own assistant to Moran as Jameson's son. Moran asks what Seo Jun is doing here with the CEO. He makes an excuse. He's the company's model, so it's completely normal for him to be here. They sit down for the meeting. Moran explains her company's techniques to the assistant. The assistant asks Seo Jun to serve tea. Whenever Moran is about to ask the assistant something, Seo Jun gives the assistant subtle signals on how to respond. After the meeting, Moran leaves. The assistant tells Seo Jun that Faye and Jian Group have always had a strong relationship, and whoever is feeding Faye inside information about Jian is someone from within Jian Group itself. Seo Jun says to investigate it. When asked, he says he'll tell Moran his real identity at the right time. Ji-chan finds out about the Uni and Faye collaboration and is furious. He tells his assistant to find out immediately whether Seo Jun and Jameson's son are the same person. Gigi shows Moran a photo she found. Seo Jun is very close to a woman in it. Moran asks for the photo. Gigi says she doesn't have it right now. Then she shifts and tells Moran her second idea for impressing Seo Jun. At home, Moran asks Seo Jun to dry her hair for her. While he does, he notices the scar on her shoulder again and says quietly, "It must have hurt so much back then." She says she doesn't remember any. He moves her hair aside and gently kisses the scar. She stays very still. Later, Moran is sketching designs, but nothing is coming out right. She gets frustrated. Seo Jun ties her hair up for her, and then quietly helps her work through the design. Ji-chan meets with Miss L. They start talking about Shun going missing. She tells him the money Shun was supposed to receive never actually reached him, which means Ji-chan has that money. L tells Ji-chan not to worry. She's not going to tell anyone. She's on his side. He says if that's true, she needs to do one thing for him. What that thing is, we'll find out. 100 days have passed since Moran and Seo Jun started their arrangement. Moran bakes him cookies to mark the occasion. Then she changes into a short dress and walks out in front of him. He barely reacts. She sits down right beside him and says they can get started now. He looks at her and asks started on what? She tries to hint at it. He deliberately acts oblivious. She gets up and storms off in frustration. He grabs her hand and pulls her back down onto the sofa, kisses her. He'd been teasing her on purpose. He moves toward her, and then his assistant calls. The assistant tells him Shin's money has ended up in someone's account inside Jian Group. Whoever was helping Shin earlier was also running a scam against Shin himself, but they still haven't figured out who it is. Meanwhile, Moran has fallen asleep waiting for Seo Jun to come back. He picks her up, carries her to the bedroom, lays her down, and kisses her forehead. Next morning she wakes up, realizes nothing happened again, and gets annoyed at herself. Gigi shows Moran a photo. It's from Seo Jun S High School. The face in it isn't very clear, but the eyes look just like someone Moran knows. Looking at it, half memories begin flickering in her mind. She asks Gigi, before the contract, who collected Seo Jun S information. Gigi says she got it all from the model agency. Moran asks if she noticed anything strange that day. Gigi remembers. When she went to collect the info, Seo Jun S assistant was making subtle signals at her. Moran says she thinks all of this was pre-planned. The kidnapping scene, the whole setup, it was too easy. She asks Gigi to track down the fake kidnappers. Moran meets the kidnappers and confronts them. She says she hired them for their acting, but she never expected them to cheat her. One of them says they're professional actors. Why would they cheat? Moran says then why did they fight for real? Why did they run when they got hurt? She gives them two choices. Return the money, or tell her the truth. The man tells her, when Moran hired them, Seo Jun had already found them first. He paid them a lot more to do the job better. Moran takes this in silence. She walks home. Seo Jun hands her some fruit. She says no. He asks why she's upset. She says she's just tired. He tells her gently, they're married now. They can share anything. She looks right at him and asks, "Have you ever lied to me?" He doesn't answer honestly. He changes the subject. She gets up and walks away. Later, Seo Jun is sitting alone at a bar drinking. Miss L walks over and tells him he's just wasting himself being Faye's model, and if Moran finds out who he really is, things will get messy. She asks what his price is. He asks what she wants. She says she wants a collaboration with his company. He says no, gets up, and leaves. She grabs onto him and tries to cling to him. Someone photographs them from a distance. He pushes her off and walks away. At the office, Moran tells Gigi she doesn't understand what Seo Jun's real purpose is in staying. Gigi says generally, people don't do things like this without some kind of self-interest. Then an employee walks in and tells them that Luo Group's new fashion shows are exact copies of Uni's designs. Moran and Gigi rush out. While they're heading over, Mrs. Luo actually calls Moran first. Moran asks why she copied their designs. Luo says she wanted a new contract with them and didn't want to involve anyone else. They meet face to face. Luo casually tells Moran that having tea with Jameson's son is basically impossible. The man is nearly a ghost. Then she shares a photo of herself and Seo Jun, which sends Moran rushing directly to Jameson's son's office. She walks in without warning. Seo Jun is already sitting there with Mrs. Luo. Moran asks who he is. Mrs. Luo calls him Jameson's son. Seo Jun stands and starts to apologize, trying to explain everything. But Moran calls him a liar, doesn't give him the chance to speak, and walks out. He goes after her. He tells her she's misunderstanding the situation. She says he came close to her for some kind of game. He blurts out that he came close to her because of his own feelings. She says feelings don't justify using lies as a foundation, and she leaves. He can't stop her. Miss L records the entire argument and sends it to Ji-chan. He's very pleased. Meanwhile, the news hits. Faye leaked Uni's design drafts. Faye's stock prices start dropping. Moran feels a stab of concern, even for them. Seo Jun's assistant brings him a contract he found at Faye's front desk, one that was never sorted out. After looking at it, Seo Jun realizes Faye and Jian Group never actually had a proper collaboration at all. This document is highly suspicious. He calls for a full investigation of all Faye documents and asks his assistant to arrange a meeting with Mr. Wang. Meanwhile, Moran's uncle tells both Moran and Ji-chan to go meet Mr. Wang. He's opened a new factory and might be willing to work with Uni. Moran agrees to go. When they arrive and Mr. Wang sees Moran and Ji-chan together, he thinks they're a couple. Seo Jun then appears from behind them and says they're not a couple. They're like siblings, Moran adds pointedly. Unrelated siblings. Wang then tells them Seo Jun is his business partner. Seo Jun quietly tells Moran that if she ever has trouble with the Wang deal, she can ask him. She says she doesn't need. After the meeting, as Moran is about to go inside the building, Seo Jun grabs her hand. She pulls it away. He follows her in, takes her hand again, and walks her firmly to the wall. He asks why they've drifted this far apart. He's also furious at her because of Ji-chan's interference. In the heat of the moment, he kisses her without warning. She slaps him. He kisses her again. Ji-chan walks in at that exact moment and steps between them, telling Seo Jun to respect Moran. Seo Jun tells Ji-chan to stay out of their relationship. Moran, furious at both of them, declares the relationship over and walks away. Ji-chan offers to drive her home. Seo Jun follows outside anyway and tries to apologize. She shuts the door in his face. Ji-chan tells Seo Jun it's not appropriate for him to be here. He should leave. Seo Jun says he married Moran. Ji-chan fires back. It's Moran's marriage, not Ji-chan's. So why is Seo Jun the one interfering? Then Moran walks back out, holding divorce papers. She tells Seo Jun to sign them. He looks at the papers, then looks at her. He tears them up and throws the pieces into the air. He tells her, "I'm never giving you a divorce." She doesn't argue further. She goes inside. Both Ji-chan and Seo Jun leave. Seo Jun ends up alone at a bar, drinking. His assistant calls and delivers a bombshell. At the Faye building, they found torn document pieces. When reconstructed, they revealed that before Uni was even established, two parties were conspiring together, using Faye's weaknesses to bring Uni down. After the Shin incident, all that money was quietly moved into Ji-chan's account. Seo Jun is stunned. Ji-chan is behind all of this. Ji-chan texts Moran and asks her to come meet him and to bring cookies. She says yes and calls Gigi to bake some. On the other side of town, Seo Jun is standing outside Moran's house looking at the torn pieces and realizes it's not the divorce papers at all. It was their design draft. At the bar, Moran sits with Ji-chan and takes a photo with him, then sends it to Mrs. Luo just to make her jealous. Then Seo Jun calls. Moran turns away to argue with him on the phone. In that moment, Ji-chan slips something into her drink. When she turns back and offers him cookies, he tells her to drink up first. She does, and passes out. Ji-chan starts moving her toward a room. Seo Jun and his assistant are already inside the building. looking for her. He stops Ji-chan and asks what's happening. Ji-chan says she just had too much to drink. Seo-jun says, "If anything happens to her, I won't let you off." He takes Moran, carries her to a room, and puts her to bed. When she wakes up, she asks when he got here. He says, "If I hadn't come, you'd be in Ji-chan's bed right now." She says none of this should involve him and starts to get up. He pins her to the bed and kisses her. She asks if he's gone crazy. He says yes, crazy for her. He tells her to wait and steps outside. While he's gone, a memory flickers in. When she was half conscious, she heard Ji-chan on the phone booking a hotel room. She pieces it together. In the hotel room next to theirs, Ji-chan arrives with a few people, furious. He was ranting about Seo-jun. Miss L is there but refuses to stay quiet. She brings up the evidence about who leaked Uni's design drafts. Moran, on the other side of the wall, records everything. Before she can hear more, Seo-jun appears beside her and calls her name. Ji-chan and Elle hear it and come to look outside, but Moran has already pulled Seo-jun away and disappeared down the hall. At home, Seo-jun asks her if there's something she wants to say. She asks why he came to the hotel. He says she can tell him whatever she wants. Seo-jun then tells her what he overheard in the lobby. Moran telling Gigi that Seo-jun isn't guilty of anything, and someone else is pulling the strings. They need to lure the real snake out. She also said she couldn't let Seo-jun be dragged into danger, so she was pushing him away deliberately to protect him. In the present, Moran says, so he knew all of this, and he was still pretending? He says it was all acting, so he joined it. He promises to stand beside her no matter what, but he tells her to stay away from Ji-chan. She says she only provoked Ji-chan to get evidence, and she can release it to the media at any time. Seo-jun also tells her everything he found. Ji-chan used Faye's weaknesses, made a deal with Shun, then cut Shin out and transferred all the money to his own account. His goal was to completely destroy Uni. Moran then asks, why did he hide who he really was? And Seo-jun takes her back to high school. Flashback. One day in high school, Seo-jun was walking with a bag of cookies. Moran accidentally bumped into him, and they all fell to the ground. She apologized and offered to get him the same ones to replace them. The next day, she came back and said she couldn't find the exact same ones, so she baked them herself. He tried one. They were perfect. Over time, they became close friends. One day at school, Moran spotted a toy as the first prize in a math competition. She really wanted it. Seo-jun entered the competition, won first place, and gave the toy to her as a gift. They took a photo together. They decided to walk home from school together that day. Moran got into her dad's car. She called him to pick her up, but she was annoyed and told him she had planned to walk with her classmate. On the other side of the street, a group of men was threatening Seo-jun, telling him their boss wanted him to stay away from Moran. He ran from them and dashed onto the road, directly into the path of Moran's father's car. Her dad slammed on the brakes. They crashed. Back to the present, Seo-jun says that guilt is why he hit himself. He never found the courage to tell her the truth because he knew the accident was the reason she lost her memory. He had been searching for her for years. When he finally found her, he came to her under a new identity, hoping they could start fresh without the weight of that night. He finishes and asks, is she still angry at him? Moran says, in that accident, both her dad and Seo-jun were victims. It's not right to blame him. Her dad hit the brakes to save Seo-jun too. She asks how he found her. He says when he found out Moran was looking for a contract model for Uni, he bribed a model and bought his identity. And yes, he hired the fake kidnappers first. Moran laughs quietly. She says she thought she was the one who set everything up, but she was the one who lost all along. Seo-jun's eyes fill up. He says, no, I'm the one who lost. He tells her to rest and starts to walk away. She calls after him quietly, then louder. He turns, and then he's running back. He pulls her into his arms and holds her tight. All the years, all the guilt, all the searching, and she's here. They spend the rest of the evening together, quietly, happily. No more misunderstanding between them. The next morning, Moran takes Seo-jun's measurements and writes them down carefully in her notebook. The next day at the office, Gigi tells Moran that Faye has announced Uni is secretly collaborating with them, spilling it publicly. Ji-chan walks into the office and asks what they're talking about. Moran sits him down. Gigi signals her. Moran tells Ji-chan that several factories have cut ties with Uni because of Seo-jun, and Gigi adds that without a suitable factory, the Uni project will fall apart. Ji-chan quickly says he might have some options and offers to introduce them. Moran says she'll think about it. She sends Gigi out and asks Ji-chan directly why he's really here. He invites her to dinner and mentions a family gathering coming up in a few days. She says yes. Outside, Ji-chan tells his assistant to find out if Uni and Faye are actually collaborating. Meanwhile, Seo-jun meets with Shin privately. He tells him he knows where the money went, and before handing the file back, he puts a condition on it. Shin takes the file and agrees. He leaves. Moran finishes work and checks her phone. Seo-jun has texted her, asking her to dinner. She replies that she's going to dinner with Ji-chan. Then she heads to the lift. The doors open. Seo-jun is inside. She asks why he's here. He says he came to pick her up. He tells her not to go with Ji-chan. Just then, Ji-chan appears down the hall. Moran shoves Seo-jun back into the lift and closes it. Ji-chan's assistant intercepts him and tells him she confirmed. Uni and Faye have no collaboration after all. Inside the lift, Seo-jun moves close to Moran and asks her to stop pretending in front of Ji-chan. He tells her, as long as he's with her, Ji-chan won't find out anything. At the family gathering, Ji-chan gets down on one knee in front of the entire family and proposes to Moran. Her uncle tells her, "You've broken up with Seo-jun, so you can start fresh with Ji-chan." Just then Seo-jun walks through the door and says, "Who said we broke up?" He walks straight to Moran's side. Ji-chan asks what he's doing here. Seo-jun says simply, "We're married." "Who gave you the right to propose to my wife?" The uncle turns to Ji-chan with questions. Seo-jun plays the recording of Ji-chan and Mrs. Luo. Ji-chan says it's a fake. Seo-jun says the recording may be debatable, but there's someone who can tell the whole truth. Shin walks in. He tells the uncle everything. How Ji-chan promised to help him when his company was struggling, then asked him in return to destroy Uni, and eventually took all the money for himself. Ji-chan still refuses to admit it. Seo-jun says, "Then the police will get you to admit it." Two officers walk in and place Ji-chan under arrest. The uncle is shaking with anger. He slaps Ji-chan across the face. The police take Ji-chan away. Her uncle turns to Moran and apologizes. He hands over the Jian group for her to manage. She tells him, no matter what happens, they're still family. Always. After her uncle leaves, Moran tells Seo-jun quietly she didn't expect it to end like this. He puts his arm around her. Soon after, Uni and Faye complete a proper fair deal. Luo Group makes a public apology. Moran is genuinely happy. Then the police station calls. Ji-chan has fully confessed his crimes. The final scene opens on a runway. Models are walking. Uni's models are among them, including Seo-jun, walking the ramp with full confidence. Midway through the show, Gigi rushes to Moran and tells her one of their models has vanished and the outfit can't fit anyone else. Gigi has one idea, and she convinces Moran to wear it herself. And so Moran walks the ramp too. She's stunning. The audience applauds. Then all the lights go out, and Seo-jun is standing in front of her. He says, "We're married. We're together." But everything started with a lie. So right now, I want to end all the lies. He takes her hand. He reminds her of every moment they've spent together. The cookies, the rainy evenings, the dark nights when she was scared, the watch, the warehouse, the dance. He tells her he loves her. And then he gets down on one knee and asks her to marry him. For real. This time, she says yes. With a smile she can't hold back. The audience erupts. He slides the ring onto her finger. He pulls her close. And they kiss. And with that beautiful, full circle ending, the drama comes to a close.